Good morning. Woke up with the best look of prep yet, so I feel I'm in a very, very good mood. But we've got a black coffee. It's not the usual Nespresso, it's instant. It's actually quite nice. Claudia's cooking the bacon and egg sandwiches for Alex and herself, but I won't be having any of that, so I feel really, I'd say, content. I'm looking forward to a week of reflection after the show, but I think when you get to this part of prep, especially coming into the show, there's no real nerves because I've done it twice already, got amazing results, and I think it's just a case of I've done everything in my power now. But we loaded heavier than we ever have, so we did 1600 gram of carbs. So going to sleep last night, I was a little bit nervous, I felt heavy, but waking up today and seeing that look, I was thrilled. But no scale weight, so we don't know the scale weight, unfortunately, but I would imagine I'm probably 1 or 2 pounds up, so sat within that region of 81 to 82 this morning. We're going to enjoy a nice black coffee. We've got 6 litres of fluid today, so we've brought it down a little bit, and what we'll do is we'll run 1 peak max with every single meal, and then probably 1 at the side of my bed when I wake up to pee in the night, just to dry me out that little bit more. I've got tan at 2 o'clock, but I've not had meal 1 yet, and it's 10 to 11, so I like to push it back. So I'll have probably meal 1 at 11, it's just in the freezer now. And then get into a morning block of check-ins, see what the lads are saying, and then go down, get the tan, relax, feet up. One of the most important tools with prep, do not stress, just relax, sleep well, and you'll look good. But we'll enjoy this instant coffee. It's actually quite nice. Enjoy meal 1. The weather's beautiful in Limerick, not quite Alicante, and the day will begin. Bang, there we have it. That's all check-ins wrapped up. The team are good. Who's it? 7, fuck me. Get these feet up and watch Italy get spanked. We want it on telly, yeah. Feet up, work's done. Hopefully when you sort it. Job done. Showtime. Clients looked after, that's one thing. As a coach, never ever let your service drop on prep. And I feel if I was to go any longer, my service is going to drop because my energy just keeps getting lower and lower. So clients first, business first, athlete mode second. 7 p.m, we compete tomorrow. Every client's had check-in feedback. Everyone knows what they're doing. Everybody's happy and the energy is saved for the check-ins. So, showtime. Still got a few thousand steps, 2 meals to have. Early night tonight, but the work's done. Get comfy. rate my Krispy Kremes. There's no better Krispy Kremes. We got maybe the glazed one, but I need flavours, so we got the strawberry, I want to say the strawberry cream filled, lotus filled, and then we got the raspberry filled. Ooh. And we're not going to share any with Claudia, I'm not going to share any with Alex.
I don't like it.
I'm going to eat every one of them myself. And then we'll have, these are for instantly after stage. But I have got some chicken for after stage, just some protein. And then we'll see. Nando's is looking the viable option, because my main plan is going to be on the Monday. So I don't want to take away that enjoyment. I want to enjoy Monday because I've got such a nice restaurant in Sheffield. But final meal, then we go from there. Is it bad?
That was fucking
Crazy. I thought either him or the Indian guy.
That's what I
It
said.
was down to them two.
Your back was the best. The Indian looked very good from the front.
Yeah, he did. He looked amazing
very
from
good.
the front. I've got a chance, but I'd have lost against that guy all day. Yeah, but
Yeah.
He's just said the same. Yeah.
he's gutted him.
He's solid.
He's
Yeah.
fucking top draw.
He just said that.
Solid, mate.
How he poses and everything.
Tiny waist.
Well
See you
done.
later,
See you
well
later.
done. That's tough, isn't it? Brutal, that. That's the game, isn't it?
You win some, you lose some.
That's the game.
I know, but I just don't know how you two both watched that. I genuinely was worried about him.
Looks a bit squash. Claudia's done a great job.
Well, because I had about 100 things in my bag.
Pretty average, to be fair. Bang average.
16 weeks of prep for fuck all.
Dry. No paste in it. That's a lot better. Krispy Kreme Lotus, get that in bin. Glaze filled raspberry, talk to me. Nice these. The ones in Dubai are better. Crispy on the outside, soft
Yeah,
in the in.
they need cooking longer.
Rate my Nando's order when it comes. We got hummus and then halloumi sticks. If Claudia don't finish the hummus on her own,
They're under.
What's mum on?
does done it. Garlic bread, some veggies,
Don't eat my frozen.
and then the. If I finish that, it's a good job, innit?
You just tanned that. You've also had oats.
Yeah, free donuts.
Free-
Oats. If I eat this, it's a good job. The oats was only to get a bit of protein in.
Yeah.
I think there must have been 60 grams.
Oh, was it? Messy, but well To be pro, he needs bigger legs.
That guy that won in Alicante was smaller than him, I'd say.
Good effort.
Weren't
Smashed it, except you. Nah.
I miss this, but I don't like it. They do a different one in Dubai and it's really creamy. I wouldn't eat that. Not for me.
That's a no from
Is
Ben.
that alright?
Perfect. Yeah, if I had any more, I'd be finished. So now the dust has settled, 2 days post-show. Had some time to reflect on the season and we finish the season at exactly the same spot as we did last year with the roundup post-Italy. Enjoyed some nice food in Nando's as you saw and then went for some lovely Asian food on Monday. And then we've been back on plan. I'm going to take 7 days away from the gym, potentially 14, depends how I feel. But I don't feel ready to get back into the gym at all at the minute. Got a lot on with work. We're launching numerous projects, so it's just good to get fully back ingrained with clients, plenty of catch-up calls, plenty of check-ins, and just have a little bit of time away from the gym and reflect, because there's some big decisions to be made here. Ultimately, when I started this prep series, what I said is this would be the year that I would turn IFBB Pro, and we failed. But a lot changed through prep, and when I was chasing an IFBB Pro card, my vision was to compete as a pro. Something changed at M Pro when I saw the pros, and I saw the size of them, and I saw the physiques, and as much as I'm wowed by their physiques and the work and the commitment that they've put in to build them, that's not how I want to look. So after M Pro, we had 2 weeks to dig for Ireland, and that was probably the hardest 2 weeks of my dieting ever. I lost all the emotion to how I looked. I was just checking in, not really looking at my photos, didn't really have any emotion of how I was looking coming into Ireland. I just wanted it done. Obviously, coming into the show, I do think me and Cal brought the best package yet for the pre-judging. I think when we came into the finals, which was 6 hours later, I softened off because I sat around a lot. I slept, I didn't really eat, fatigue was super high, hunger was high, stress was a little bit higher because there was no real clarity on when I'd be stepping back on stage. And I think on reflection, I'd had such a positive experience at Alicante with the Amateur Olympia in terms of on-stage results, in and out, like you really knew when to peak. Same with M-Pro, literally pre-judging straight into the finals. And this big gap in between just caused unnecessary stress. And one thing that you need on show day is clarity of, right, this is when you're going to be on, this is when you're going to be off, this is when the finals are, and there just wasn't that. So in terms of like my enjoyment for the day, it was like a really low day for me mentally. Of course, I went into the finals and won my class, and then we went straight into the overalls, which was a really, really good overall, to be honest. It was a super stacked lineup, as you can see. PS took the pro card, so well done to him. He looked amazing on the day, and it was funny, I saw him at registration, he was like, this is my last show, I'm done. And I said the same to him, so it's nice to see somebody who's, I think he's done 15 pro qualifiers, finally get his reward, which is good. And well deserved, obviously. I think the cherry on top of the cake for him or anybody who turns pro is to get that pro card in the day, and Muscle Contest didn't even have a pro card to give him, so I did feel a little bit sorry for him. But I think on reflection, like looking back, this whole manifestation for me has been all about the pro card. And if you remember to my video in Italy, I wanted that gold pro card. That was what I woke up working for. That's what I went to sleep thinking about. So really, I think not turning pro in Ireland was a blessing in disguise, because that's not how I'd imagined it. That's not the vision that I had, to turn pro and get a medal and a trophy. That's just not what I would have wanted. Nevertheless, you're still a pro, and that was the main aim. It doesn't matter about a plastic card. But in terms of like when I manifest something and when I vision something, I'm a visionary. I wanted it to happen how I wanted it to happen. But we finished the show, we had some lovely food, and then we travelled home. And I've got some time to think now, and I need to use this time very, very wisely, because for me, as you will all know from the channel, I took a huge risk going back into competitive bodybuilding, started taking anabolic steroids, and anybody knows the further you go into competitive bodybuilding, the higher you go up the amateur ranks, into the pro ranks, the risk increases. And as I come towards the end of my 20s now, I want to start future planning. I want to start thinking about a family. I want to start looking after my health. I want to start doing something that lights the fire. And I love stepping on stage, and I hate not achieving personal goals. But for me at the minute, I need to really reflect on that risk to reward ratio, because when I started on this journey, I wanted to turn pro. And as I've progressed through this journey, I wanted to compete as a pro. Now that's changed. So does that mean now that I continue on this pursuit of becoming an IFBB pro and putting my health further at risk and removing everything that I enjoy about life and living in a beautiful country like Dubai and making incredible sacrifices like not going out for nice food, living like a monk and a robot, because that's what it needs to become a pro. You need to act like a pro, and I've done that for 18 months. And I feel I'm almost at the end of my patience with that. I'm not a robot bodybuilder. I never pretend to be. I enjoy nice food. I enjoy going out with friends. I enjoy socializing. And I've got a very, very successful business that requires me to be on the money, requires me to be making decisions that are going to change physiques and change people's lives. And ultimately, I've got the skin in the game from an athlete perspective. So there's a big decision for me to make. There's two routes. One route is I will continue on the journey and I will continue to pursue the Ifbb Pro status. The second route is I will come completely off anabolic steroids. I will return to being natural. I will still bodybuild. I won't make a switch to hybrid or anything like that because I love the whole concept of bodybuilding and eating well and training well, and that makes me feel good. But firstly, I need to get my enjoyment back for that because the last 4 to 5 weeks I've hated the gym. And I feel at this moment in time, I don't need to rush into any hasty decisions. Like when I came off stage, when I quit, I made that decision on that day, right, that's me done. So I've got a holiday to Greece next week. First time having any time away from work for 2.5 years. So I'm going to reset, I'm going to enjoy some nice food, I'm going to reflect, and I'm going to make that decision on that holiday. And what that means for the channel is there's going to be plenty of different types of content. We're going to go back to Dubai, we're going to show you more of it. There's going to be more lifestyle-based content because that's what I'm ready to do. So regardless if I do go into competing again and I continue on this pursuit, I don't need to do a big off season. I'm there. I've won 2 pro qualifiers. I've got in 2 overalls and narrowly missed in 2 overalls. So it will be a refinement process. The next 12 weeks minimum, 20 weeks are going to be health. So I've not made the decision yet in terms of whether I will drop to TRT or whether I will come completely off. I'm just going to remove injections for the next 2 weeks. So that will be 3 weeks completely off just to reset everything, not let everything shut down completely. But there's some big decisions to be made by a big boy, and that's what I've got to think about now. I'm launching another business in the next 6 months, which is going to require a lot of time and attention. I'm future planning for what's to come in the future. I don't want to be in a position in the next few years where I can't have kids. So you can see I'm opening up here because this is what competitive bodybuilding requires. And not only that, what I also realized when I was competing is I'm going against a lot of people that eat, sleep and breathe this, and I'm going against a lot of people who, without sounding too harsh, don't have anything else going off in their life. They don't have a big coaching business. They don't have partners in some cases or friendship groups that they need to entertain or family. And I have all of that, which I'm incredibly grateful for. And over the last 18 months, I've not been able to enjoy that, and especially not been able to enjoy the fruits of my labour. So there's going to come a decision here in the next few weeks that will ultimately dictate the path of what is next. I think I know where I'm trending, but I also know that I don't like not achieving personal goals. So we shall see, we shall think. But I think on reflection of the season, to round this off, I exceeded all expectations. I think I was a little bit naive in terms of how hard the pro card would be. There's definitely politics in the game. Judges like to see you, and they like to see you showing your face frequently, and you have to get known on the circuit. And I wasn't aware of all that. I was new to it. So to do 3 shows and finish first in 2 and second to an incredible athlete in the first one, I'm overwhelmed. And of course, I think you will feel, if you know Ben Bray, I will feel like I've missed the goal. And of course I do. We shall sit, we shall reflect, and we shall think very hard in terms of what is next and what that future holds. You'll have to stay gripped to the channel in terms of when I will make that decision. But as always, I just want to thank you all for the immense support. I've felt every bit of it along the journey. I wish I'd have documented it more, but I feel like we nailed the island content. So you've seen the peaks, you've seen the knowledge, and you've seen what it takes to compete at the highest amateur standard. And hopefully that shows to people that I'm not just a coach. I have walked the walk and I have got skin in the game now. So thanks for everything. I will keep you up to date. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.